So greetings to everybody. So now we continue on the 7th chapter of Bodhicharyavatara about laziness. How to this of the three types of laziness. The first laziness of, getting too much distracted or too much lazy in doing nothing, or not making enough efforts to train ourselves to do something positive, to transform ourselves. So for that, we talk about the impermanence, that we have this life at the moment, and many times the situation in our life is quite good, quite positive, leisurely. So therefore, we don't want to make any efforts to make it better or to do something really positive or useful. Then we need to reflect that this can change any time, because everything is impermanent, and we could even die, although we usually don't want to think about death and don't want to think about things changing in a negative way. But it is a fact that things change, and things can change very quickly. So if that is the case, then what are the things that would have created this situation now, the positive situation? So we have to make those kind of causes and conditions more, or even to improve on that. So, if I'm in a good situation, I'm happy situation, I have all the things that I need, I'm kind of more satisfied and happy. I have less disturbance in our mind and less negative things. Then I need to create causes and conditions that more of that will continue in my next life and next to next life and things like that. But if I don't do anything, and if I keep on kind of just allowing myself to exhaust this positive karma, or to even acquire more negative state of mind and negative habitual tendencies, then it could lead me to more suffering and pain and problem in the lives to come. So therefore, if that is the case, we should try to be more diligent. So therefore they say here, from the 11th chapter, the 11th stanza, chune nyasun rewate sendren jito denchina dishi nyalwa mzepe dungal namna mujikwa chense jine repa na yunsha jenla ratsawe nyalwa yine lisi ni chichandatar dewane chune ribun dwepa tong zere jenla nwe chiwi zon yin landawa jihu dungal taki jam. So it's three stanzas. If like a living fish that twists and writhes, you are so terrified while still alive. What need to speak of pain unbearable in hell's created by past evil deeds. So, if like a living fish that twists and wreathes, so a fish, if you take him or take the fish out of the water, it's kind of it's twists and wreaths, and very terrified because it cannot breathe, and therefore it's about to die and very afraid. And so, in the same way, even when we are alive, but just to get some small problems in this life, either we lose something that we don't want to lose, or that we get something that we don't want to get. We are so afraid, so disturbed, and so terrified. And then, if that is the case, then if we have done negative deeds, and if our mind or if our habitual tendency, if our negative emotions are so strong or so negative, that with that I've created lots of negative deeds in the past, or are creating them, or I still have those things in me, then I must be afraid of that. I must say that, if I keep on like this, it could bring so much trouble, so much pain, so much, in the future. I could even go to the hell, as we spoke before. Some people think that maybe there is no life after. Those people who think that there is a life after, it's just a cultural thing, or just, a belief system. But there are lots of people, lots of evidence, lots of people who actually remember their past life. And it's not something they just remember, Many researchers and many, incidents happened that those people who remember the past life could actually meet those people, and they both could verify. So at least there are a number of people who actually could remember the past life and could be actually verified. So therefore, there is very little doubt that actually there is no life before or no life after. If one tries to see in a reasonable and factual way, sometimes we say that, why then I don't remember? I don't remember many things, if I sometimes don't remember what I did yesterday. If somebody tells me, what did you eat for breakfast yesterday? Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't remember. Or if you say, what were you doing on this day last year? Most probably I would not remember. So therefore, not remember doesn't mean that it was not there. And there are lots of things that we don't remember that happened to me. And on top of that, the body, of course, this body is made of 4 elements, or 5 elements. And when we die, these 4 elements will be dissolved in these 4 or 5 elements, and then these elements will continue. In the same way, the mind that we have, the consciousness, is not made of any of these elements. So therefore, it has its own continuum. It should have its own continuum. So therefore, there must be a continuum of that also. So from that point of view, there could be the most probably, if not definitely, is life after. And if that is the case, then we need to do something. And even if there is no life after, even if doing something positive, doing something good, doing something useful for the society, for the people, for my own, this life is also very much important. So, so therefore, there is no use or no benefit being completely lazy and doing nothing useful. What need to speak of pain unbearable in hells created by past? But if there is something very negative I did or negative that I have, if I don't want to, then it could bring lots of negative things. I need to work on them. I need to transform them. I need to make it better. If you feel that we have done something bad, something negative, I need to do something good to change that. If I find that I have some negative emotions or negative state of mind, I need to transform them. And the more I do positive things, the more I become positive. So therefore, it is very important to have some kind of diligence. How can you remain at ease like this when you have done the deeds that lead to contact on your tender baby flesh of boiling liquid in the hell of extreme heat? So now this is talking about hell, but hell and heaven is sometimes people, in Buddhism we talk a lot about that. In all religions they talk about hell and heaven. And there's lots of teachings on how bad a negative action is, how negative, how strongly bad results will come out of negative results, and how strong positive results will come from your positive actions. And this is, I think usually, most of us do not do only negative things or only positive things. We do both. So it's a kind of a little bit mixed thing that we have. But if you look at the negative side of the bad negative actions, it's very, very bad. It's not good. It's very bad. It's harmful to yourself, harmful to others, harmful now, harmful to everybody else. So I don't think it is not good thing. It's not proper to see negative deeds as something kind of not important, or kind of that we don't need to take care on. We should not ignore these negative actions, even if it sounds or it looks small at this moment, because they are negative, and they are negative means they have harm. They create harm for yourself, for others, now and in the long run, including the lives to come. So in the same way, positive deeds also, we should not ignore them. Even if it's a small thing, then we should take care, we should respect, we should really try to increase, try to cultivate, try to make more because they are good, they are useful, they are beneficial. And if we keep on collecting, positive actions, then even if it's small things, in no time it will actually pile up and make a big positive kind of big amount of positive actions, which can be then very, very powerful. In the same way, if we ignore negative actions, negative emotions, and negative things, then it can also pile up. And then, like they say, the drops can make a pool, can make an ocean. So therefore, we should be more aware and more careful and more diligent in using that understanding and working on that. So testy and thin-skinned, you want result without endeavor. Many are the troubles now in store for you, though in the grip of death you are behaving like a god, and suffering, alas, will beat you down. So therefore, we are now becoming very careless. We are becoming very, kind of ignorant and careless, and not mindful about our actions, what we are doing, what and not we are doing. We are becoming lazy, and but it's not good. We have to be more alert, more mindful, and more diligent. Because if we don't do anything about our negative habits, and especially like laziness, we will find in a few the time will go so fast, and when we are in a very old age, or when we are about to die, and we find that actually we have completely wasted our life. And not only wasted our life, but actually accumulated lots of negative deeds, which we will greatly regret at that time, and that time there's nothing we can do. So, therefore, we need to really, be careful and try to think about this, reflect upon this, and see what we are doing, how we are living our lives, how we are spending our time, how much time we are just wasting or doing nothing, because we can never get back those time. The time gone is time wasted if we are not doing something good, something useful, something beneficial. And especially if we are doing something wrong, something negative, something harmful to ourselves and others, then later on we will really, really regret, and we will go through lots of anguish. But that time, there's nothing we can do. So therefore, it is very important that we become mindful and try to be a little bit more aware and use our diligence, joy in doing positive things. Sunamdi tamche zebanya toni nyepe dana panchete shekana che walabdriba sipin solin rowa dorisho shancho senchu rinpoche mashi panache shibanyam ba mepa do koni konden pewarisho senchen nepa che nepa nirtu nele tarja che roye ne namale todun jonga meparisho